Oh, and first pitch crushing. Oh, man. Lean into it.
Let's get to the Dodgers really quickly. They haven't been doing too much, but they've been in on a lot of rumors. One big one is the Dodgers are talking to the Reds about Luis Castillo and Sonny Gray. And me, as a fan, of course, I am very excited for Luis Castillo because I believe Luis Castillo is just he's elite and he's right there, and he's been playing in trash Great American Ballpark and putting up astounding numbers. If he just went to a contender, I think sky's the limit for the guy. However, I don't know how high his price tag is going to be. I don't know if the Reds are going to actually try to get some people back, or are they just going to say screw it because we can't afford them. I don't know. But with Sonny Gray is also an option that honestly the Angels should look at, in my opinion, because since leaving the Yankees, he's turned back into the pitcher we saw in Oakland, and his last couple of seasons in Cincinnati have been really good. So at this point, what do you guys think about Luis Castillo or Sonny Gray going to the Dodgers or potentially going to the Angels?
That's another thing I'd be jealous of, right? Because Luis Castillo, definitely a great pitcher, underrated. Nobody even talks about him, right?
At all.
And he's great. And I don't know, maybe you could educate me on this. The ballpark that he plays in, is that a pitcher-friendly ballpark or is that a hitter-friendly ballpark?
Nope. Great American Ballpark is a complete hitter-friendly ballpark. There hasn't been there's no frontline pitchers I've actually ever wanted to play for Cincinnati because that ballpark is trash. This is one of the few times, like, they got lucky with Bauer because that was a trade, and then Sonny Gray, that was a high. I don't know if that was a trade or a signing, but that was like a very low risk, high reward signing, and it paid off. And they had a really good rotation. So with them having the rotation they had, they kind of were able to, these last couple of seasons, actually be competitive. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, that ballpark is so hitter-friendly that it's very hard for a lot of pitchers to really get to showcase their skills. And Luis Castillo being as good as he is, which is why I feel like take him anywhere else, he's a Cy Young Award winner.
Damn, so he's probably better than his numbers are showing right now, too.
Way better.
So as a Dodger fan, who are you willing to give up for him?
They need they have some holes. Obviously, I feel like any deal that would require Castillo is going to have Lux involved. I'm not actually sold that someone like Trey Turner wouldn't be involved if the Dodgers re-sign Corey Seager. But that's just, speculation. I would say Gavin Lux. I'm going to say Ryan Pepito as well. He is I believe he's in Double A with the Dodgers. He's one of their best pitching prospects. For people who are saying Bobby Miller, that's not going to happen. For people who are saying Landon Knack, that's not going to happen. But I think Pepito would be one that the Reds possibly could get in the deal. And then a couple of other probably B, C level prospects should be able to get it done. But I don't think they're going to get anything I don't think they're going to get something crazy, especially when they've already showed their hand. They're selling. So.
Yeah. Now, as a Dodger fan, is there any concern of? I know over the past couple of years, you guys have been doing a lot of trades, having a lot of trades, and then getting rid of a lot of your top prospects. Is there any concern of maybe depleting that farm right now, or are you just all in?
No, the one thing that Friedman has been doing is same thing with you guys last year. He stocked up on a lot of high school arms, so he's been preparing to have the talent to pull off certain moves. Last year with Scherzer and Turner, he let go Ruiz and Gray, right? So we're in a situation where the right deal, obviously, we can let go a couple of those pieces, but his track record, the Dodgers haven't got fleeced in a while. So I highly doubt he'd be someone that's going to get fleeced. However, for the talent that he received last year, he did give up two of his top prospects, that was normal. And still people think he got the better end of that deal because you got a Cy Young
winner.
Yeah, and someone who should have been at least considered for the MVP. So I feel like he's not going to pull a trigger unless it's a deal that favors us. But it's something I worry about if the Dodgers decide to go all in on trades this season. If they say, you know what, screw it, we're not going to re-sign Kershaw, we're not going to re-sign Scherzer, but we're going to go get Castillo, we're going to go get Frankie Montas from the A's, then I'd worry because now those are going to cost a pretty penny.
You know what I don't get about other GMs in the league is if the Dodgers hit you up and they call you and they say, hey, we want this guy and that guy, we're going to give you all these guys. Why does anybody do that? You always end up on the wrong side.
Well, I think with a lot of time when the GMs do that, I think it's more when they're getting fleeced like that, it's more nerves. They are probably at that place like, oh shit, we need to build something. We need to do something. And they dangle that one golden carrot right there, like, hey, look at this. Look what you can have. It only costs you these people. They're not going to be anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
And then they take it and then they're like, oh shit, look at who we just gave up.
And the Dodgers scouting and development department is amazing. They know their players. They know exactly who to trade, who not to trade. They know exactly who is someone from another team who's actually we should take a flyer on. So I think that's a big part of it. But also I think Andrew Friedman, with him being GM, the one thing I've seen, I think he's the most patient GM I've ever seen. Because like there'll be situations where like the media will be nowhere close. Like last year, everyone, it was like the day before the trade deadline. Oh, Scherzer's going to the Padres. It's a done deal. Blah blah blah. And then a couple hours later, oh, he's going to the Dodgers along with Trey Turner. And it's like no one saw this coming.
We did.
Oh well, we did, of course, but no one saw it coming. But I feel like he's one of those people where he just kind of sits there and he waits. The owners give him such a like big rope to be like, do what you want, man. Like we trust you, and I think that's a big deal that a lot of GMs just don't have.